welcome to This Is a Shoot. As always, before we jump into what I'm about to talk about today, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss an up-to-date video when I drop it. I usually drop them on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes I'll be doing overtime on the weekend. That all being said, AEW Double or Nothing was an awesome, amazing show. Probably might be the best pay-per-view show I've seen across the board to date this year in 2021. The matches made sense. The matches were, for the most part, in a controlled space. But there was some negatives, and we're going to talk about the negatives right out the gate before we start getting anything good. The Young Bucks match against Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. I want to say that I just want to, actually, you know what? I don't want to say nothing. I'm going to ask a question. Was that a Texas Tornado match? Was it a street fight? Was it a no-hold-bars match? Or was it a normal tag team match? From my understanding, it was supposed to be a normal tag team match, meaning, hey, only two guys in the ring at one time. If you are in the ring, you got 5, or I think AEW might be a 10 count to get out the ring, get the other guy out the ring, or however the count is. There's a count, there's a rule. And was there a flipping referee in the match? The answer to that question, yeah, there was a referee in the match, and his name was Rick Knox. I'm going to tell you right now, Rick Knox is by far the worst referee in AEW. The man might have just stood there and just been a statue, or the man might as well went to the back until it was time for the finish. I don't know so much if it's all his fault, because I've seen this match take place before. AEW has a very loose rules when it comes to the tag team division. You see it more in the Young Bucks matches, in Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston's matches, than you see it in any other matches. There were about 3 weeks ago, Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, and Takazawa. All was supposed to be in a tag team match. The thing was a street fight, and I'm not sure who the referee was at that point in time. I don't think it was Aubrey Edwards. It was I want to say it was Rick Knox. Man, no, it was not Rick Knox. I can't remember the referee's name. I can't remember his name, so if somebody knows the name of the referee, please put it down below, because I do hold that referee in high regard. But it was chaos in that match. Nobody was abiding by the rules. No one was doing anything right. Listen, rules are there for a reason, not just for the safety of all the competitors, but it makes the match more interesting. It makes the match something that you want to pay attention to. My God. Tag team matches, you don't have to follow all the rules. I don't need you to follow. You need to make your own rules. But if AEW is going to have hey, everybody can be in the ring at all time, then you need to state it. Because then we later on had a great tag team match with Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, Darby Allin, and Sting, where they followed the rules. Rick Knox allowed these guys to go in there and do whatever they wanted. Heck, I think the Young Bucks was in there half the match with each other. I was trying to count the times down, how long they was in the ring. The Young Bucks, why Eddie Kingston or Jon Moxley actually stood on the outside of the ring. So I want to kind of rephrase. I think this falls more on the Young Bucks than does anybody else. They was in the ring, God, for at least 10, 15 minutes of the match. Both of them together, teaming up on Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. By God, there's rules for a reason. It was at the point where Jim Ross was calling it out there, telling the ref to do his dang job. Paraphrasing his words. It was at the point where actually Jim Ross later on in the match, but later on that night when I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Britt Baker versus Kushida. Yeah. Jim Ross was like, the ref's doing his job. He's supposed to do his job. And by the way, how many moves are we going to steal here, guys? You stole the cutter everywhere. The cutter was being used in all the matches last night. You used the F5 and it kicked out. I believe that was that might have been in the Rio match, the pre-show. And then you used Seth Rollins' curb stomp last night. My God. Britt Baker uses the curb stomp on Sheeta. My God. And she kicked out. Are you telling me that Seth Rollins' move is weak? And then you had Orange Cassidy using the Superman punch, which they're calling it the, I can't remember what it's called now. It's later on. That's the bad. That's the ugly of last night. The rest of the show was great. So don't watch this video and think that, oh, well, I'm just an AEW hater. Because I love the match that Cody Rhodes and Ogogo had. The patriotism there. Do I think Ogogo should have went over? Yeah, there's a part of me that does think that, but it made sense for Cody to go over. So I'm not complaining too much about that. I love the triple threat match that we've seen with Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. That was the match of the night by far. Maybe the Stadium Stampede match was probably actually the best match of the night, but I don't really consider that a match. It was a match, but I don't consider it a official match, or however you want a normal match. The normal match is what you normally would see. Kenny Omega, but Britt Baker and Akira Shida, they really tore the house down. The women went out there and did the job. They worked their butts off, except for the curb stomp. Other than that, everything looked great. Everything went down awesome. I love the presentation. Mark Henry in there. They had Conan in there. They brought in Urban Meyer and Strong from the Jacksonville Jaguars to make a cameo appearance. Overall, the show was very strong, and if you ain't watched it, I recommend you watch it because you're missing out. Miro beating Lance Archer, which, man, too soon, guys. Too soon for that match. Good match, solid match. Just too soon for that rivalry to take place, for that match to take place. I feel like that should have been a match that should have held to Full Gear or something like that, of that nature. But overall, solid match, best pay-per-view of the year so far. How to get the negative stuff out the way right away, though. Rick Knox, if he don't lose his job, I don't know. The man, that was horrible. The Young Bucks is horrible when it comes to following the rules. Just because you're the Young Bucks doesn't mean you don't just have to follow the rules. You can't just do what you want. Oh, it's a Young Bucks match. I mean, spot fest, spot fest, spot fest, spot, which is great, but you need to stay in the confines of the rules. May not be the most popular opinion, but it's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to that, and that's my right to have that opinion. I'm interested to see what you guys think about Double or Nothing. Let me know in the comments below if you made it this far in the video. And as always, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in because I'm telling you right now, Double or Nothing went all out. I'm so excited. I'm happy I bought it. Happy I spent the money on it. I got burnt on Revolution, but I didn't get burnt in Double or Nothing. I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with a video probably talking about Raw tonight.